I'm wearing a t-shirt and it says schizotypal personality disorder. That's one of my diagnoses. Okay. And it was very hard to get a diagnosis. Okay, because I would ask psychiatrists or psychologists, what is wrong with me? And then they would say, I don't like to get into labels. But you need labels. You need labels to communicate that you're outside the normal range. When I told people I have emotional problems or I have mental problems, the person automatically says we all do. They don't know that you're outside the normal range. Okay, now obviously everybody has problems. And obviously everybody has troubles. Okay, fine. Mine are worse than at least 95% of the population. Schizotypal personality disorder gets that across. Okay, and I just begged for a diagnosis, and they said that, and a group said that when they sent me to another organization, they put down schizotypal personality disorder with obsessive and compulsive features. I heaved a sigh of relief. Okay, because everybody has problems, but some people do stick out like a sore thumb. Okay, and I can give you a few examples of this. Very few people have the police come to their house because somebody thinks that somebody might be beating them and they are alone. Very few people, for no apparent reason, would start screaming on the streets. Very few people repeatedly, without knowing they're doing it, expose their entire body in public. Okay, and another way that I stick out, okay, there were about a dozen women in this non-credit class to become a cashier. Okay, and this isn't something that you need a class in, but it was basically to help, give people advanced knowledge of what it is to run a cash register. Okay, I asked the teacher at the last day, am I making more mistakes than everyone else? And he said, yes. I was the only one who couldn't learn how to give correct change, how to operate a cash register, a very simple, humble minimum wage job. I remember in frustration, my boyfriend saying, other people's girlfriends bring in money, and I couldn't. I would get fired from job after job after job. Okay, now you may have your troubles, but it's not the same as what I'm going through. And I believe that the thing about it is people won't say, when I say I have schizotypal personality disorder with obsessive and compulsive features, when I say I have impulse control disorder, people don't say we all do. We all don't. And my situation is objectively quite dire and has been throughout most of my life. Okay. And I actually got the impulse control disorder from looking at a psychiatrist's report on me. Okay, but if I tell people I have schizotypal personality disorder with obsessive compulsive features and I have impulse control disorder, nobody says we all do. And that's what I needed. I needed to get past we all do. Okay, and while there's big thing, unusual, and there's little thing unusual. I'll give you an example of little thing unusual. After I wore a dress that my aunt had made me, I immediately put it in the laundry to be washed. And she was very upset by it that I hadn't hung it up on the closet after just wearing it for a few hours, since it was a very pretty thing and she'd gone to a lot of trouble to make it. But the reason I did that was because when I didn't do that, I would wear my clothing repeatedly until the clothing started to smell bad because I couldn't remember that I had worn it the previous day. I told my aunt about this, and she says, "You're not that absent-minded." I am that absent-minded. A person who can't give correct change is absent-minded. And a person who screams on the street is likely to have problems which make it difficult for them to remember, day-to-day things. The diagnosis was important to me, and it still is.